Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Maggie. Today we're going to be reviewing, swatching, and playing with some makeup from the brand Flower Knows Beauty. Honestly, the most beautiful brand I've ever seen, and I'm going to say it now, my favorite makeup brand of 2024. We're first going to be going in with the Moonlight Mermaid 5-color jewelry eyeshadow palette, and I have the shade Celestial Sand, which is the second one. It's more of the brown, everyday tone base eyeshadow palette. It's got 3 mattes and 2 mega sparkly shades. The packaging just says it all. Not only did they think so hard and intricately of all the detail involved in the packaging, but they also filled it with a product that is absolutely stunning, so buttery soft, and these glitter shimmer shades are my most favorite shimmers I've ever used on my eyes ever. They are a China-based brand, but they are products inspired by fairy tales and art pieces designed with delicate details and created with love, hoping to romanticize the world with our unique aesthetics, and I would definitely say they have. I think this is just such like the best bright makeup brand I've ever seen personally, because they actually think really hard and beautifully about the packaging and what they're putting into the world, and it's not a bunch of cheap janky stuff. Like, this is very high quality. And they also gave me a free hair clip and a bunch of other little free items with my orders, and I thought that was a very nice touch. It's very cherubs, angels, mermaids, magical fairy core. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to put a nice little eyeshadow base down before we go into the palette. And I did try to use every single shade today. We are going to go in with that butter kind of yellow shade, and we're going to put that all over the eyelid just to see what that tone is like before we apply to the other shades. And I would say you could still see a difference. It has a little bit more yellow than your average bone color, but I really like it. I feel like if I really was like without a pressed powder, I could definitely set my face with this with my skin tone. We're going in with that taupe shade, which I actually also use as a contour later, and it worked for me. We're going to just etch that into our eye shape and do a soft little wing out with that shadow. Make it really nice and wispy. I looked up Flower Knows makeup on Pinterest. A lot of these K-pop, Japanese, Chinese-based makeup looks that are really whimsical, very sparkly. They have pearls and rhinestones popped up, so I tried to go with that vibe for my makeup today. I'd say these do have a decent amount of fallout. Not all of the shades, like this taupe one, I didn't experience a lot of fallout. Same with the butter kind of bone shade. With the darker shades and the glitter ones definitely have some fallout, so I would definitely do your eyes before you do your face. Taking that same kind of taupe color and putting it into the crease, and I decided to just end up connecting them. I was just going to do it in a little line. I've done that before, but decided just to really connect it to it and really carve out that crease. We're going to be taking that first sparkly shade. I would say it has more silver, and the other one is a little bit more cool toned. On the eye they look pretty similar, but different enough that you could obviously tell a little bit. But I took the lighter shade and I put that towards the center, and I did etch the darker shade into the outer corner just to add a little bit of a different vibe. Obviously very similar, but can you get over how beautiful and sparkly this is? I love how like separated the glitter is. You could really build it up and make it like a full glitter lid, but I kind of love the little bit of a transparent vibe through this eyeshadow. It kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay, those like pressed shadows, like the cowboy one that everyone is obsessed with. But this one you can get in a full palette, which is much better than a single shade. We're going to be taking that dark chocolate espresso brown shade, and we're going to be carving out a nice little cat eye. I would say I was struggling with this to get the pigment where I wanted, but honestly I switched brushes later, and it was definitely the brush I was using. That you can really see the fallout on my under eyes with the dark brown and the glitters. So we are going to have to clean that up with the makeup wipe, but that's a super easy fix, and it also sharpens up the cat eyes, which I desperately needed because I was definitely not using the right brush to apply that cat wing. I'm definitely just not as skilled at doing shadow wings where I'm much more skilled with the ink wells and markers and liquid liners to go with the look I saw on Pinterest. They also sent this free little sheet of rhinestones and pearls, so I decided to use the smallest pearls and add a few to my eyes. They also sent these cute stickers, which I'm definitely going to put one on my iPad. I was basically just following a picture that I saw online, and they had one there, and she had one underneath her bottom lash line, but I decided to just keep it simple with two. I added some mascara and some lashes to complete off the eye look, and here are the two little puffs. I got two little under eye puffs and two big puffs, which I love that they put these in my package for free because I'm a huge fan of puffs. I feel like they really make the skin look super airbrushed when you're setting down your face with powder. And like I said, I did use that taupe shade and I used it as a contour and it worked perfectly well. So if I wanted to travel without my busted, almost empty contour trio foam kaleidos, I could just take this. Did add that first shimmer into my inner corner, and I really drug it underneath my lash line to just really emphasize that pop of glitter, and it really opens your eyes. Now we're going to go in with some blush from the Swan collection. It's the Swan Ballet collection. I'm taking the embossed blush. They have 5 different shades, and I'm using the shade Dreamy Season, which is a juicy peachy pink. Again, the packaging, absolutely 10 out of 10, stunning, high quality. It has a mirror. It's like so edged and beautiful. Obviously, after a while, that embossing will go away, but in the meantime, you can enjoy it every time you put your blush on. I definitely wish I would have went with maybe a more vibrant color. It definitely is pigmented, but I did have to use quite a bit of it to have it show up on my skin. Maybe it's just my skin tone, but I would definitely say if you're a darker complected person, definitely go for the more vibrant ones, because the fact that this was even a little bit very pale on me would definitely not show up on you, unfortunately. Still beautiful, but definitely something I probably wouldn't have picked up another shade of right now, just because I love a very pigmented blush where I can buff it out, and this is more of a whisper of a blush. Now we're going in with the Little Angel embossed highlighter in the shade Chanting Anthem. It's the third one. It's very like silver based. Again, absolutely stunning packaging. Probably my favorite packaging because it looks so rainbow and iridescent underneath on top of the compact. And the type of highlighter it is, it does give like a 2016 highlighter, but it's more in a nice shimmer base, not glitter based, if that makes sense. You can really buff that into your cheekbones and make it look nice and natural. If you do it in circular motions, it really just buffs it into the skin so beautifully. You can make it look a little bit more of a whisper of a highlight, very natural, or you can make you look like you're an alien from space and you're so beaming with glowiness and life. Isn't that so freaking beautiful? I love it. Definitely is something I would suggest picking up because you will not be disappointed about any part of it. Very highly pigmented. Now we're going to go in with the Swan Ballet Shine Lipstick in the shade Blue Ribbon, which is a cherry blossom pink. I got this because Julia Adams MUA, which is one of my favorite YouTubers, actually the one that made me start my own channel, but I will put her code down below, which is the one that I used to get a little money off my order. But here's this beautiful shine lipstick, literally so juicy and beautiful. That packaging, again, 10 out of 10. It's very well made. The cap is not going to fall off in your purse, and I would describe this as, I don't know, it's like obviously a very juicy lipstick that is going to transfer, but it's also kind of like a tinted balm. Like you could apply this, take it off, and it does stain your lips in the most beautiful natural way. I loved it, and I was also loving that it matched my sweater. Sometimes lip shine and lip oil products will say that they will leave your lips hydrated, and I have found that's not the case, but for this one I would say my lips actually felt very decently hydrated after. And usually I can tell if the lip's just gonna do it, it'll make my lips peel, but this one made my lips feel better, so that's a good sign. So whatever they got in this formula is stunning. It honestly makes my lips look like little glass porcelain doll lips. I love this color so much. It's like the perfect everyday wear color. I feel like a Polly Pocket or a Barbie would definitely have this in their purse. Super adorable. But there is the completed look. That is all the products that I got from Flower Knows Beauty. Absolutely obsessed. Definitely will be adding this brand to my Christmas, birthday, whatever list. Also, whenever I want to give me a little pick-me-up kind of gift, because let's be real, life is exhausting. But glitter and cute little potatoes and cake plushies make everything better. I just wanted to show you this because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Who needs kids when you can have a cute cake potato plushie? Anyways, I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and don't forget you're loved. Bye!